Franny here with 77 years on the planet, 23 in coaching, and a total of 44 in teaching and coaching. So let's talk a little bit about the Atlanta Dream Chicago game. It was very interesting what the commentators had to say about that game. The game before against the Mystics, they had to come back and barely beat the Mystics, which have really been working hard as a team together. I heard the commentators say something about, I don't know, the Chicago team seems a little bit off. They're hesitant. They're not playing their normal game. And I realized then what I thought I had known all along, and that is that Teresa Witherspoon, for me, is a coach that knows that she is more than a basketball coach to these young players. Teresa was a great player. She was on the Olympic team, and she knows that she's in trouble with some of the young people that she had, and from the incident with Carter and then Cordoza and then Reese, because they all kind of got together and thought it was okay. And I'm telling you right now, as a coach that I think we're very similar, she was not happy about that. And she let people know by just saying that Carter got caught up in the game and it was just this incident. But deep down, she realizes that those kids are kids that came up the tough way, but that this is not going to be allowed under her leadership. So I think she had some really serious behind-the-scenes talk to them. And I think she also, I was watching Mabry. Mabry didn't beg for as many little things and didn't quite play her game, and now has to try to figure out what she's going to do in order to work the game of basketball in a new way. So I think it's thrown them off a little bit. The other thing that gave me that feeling was the fact that Coach Witherspoon was not mic'd up for the game, and she was not as enthusiastic along the side. I pattern her against my same coaching style. She never sits down. She's right there with the kids 100% of the game. And she was very, very subdued on the sidelines and chose not to be mic'd, because I think she realized that she may have to say some things to some of her players that she did not want to have heard on live TV. That's my opinion. That's what I thought. So we'll see. We'll see how the kids react to that. Hopefully, they'll get the message that she's serious about the game of basketball, but she's not going to let them get away with a lot of foolishness. And she's going to teach them a little bit about life if they want to play that way, because she will not tolerate it. So they lost to the Atlanta team and the Atlanta Dream, and Atlanta Dream played real solid. Tina Charles did a great job. They all had good scoring. Mabry, on behalf, only had 12 points, which wasn't like her. Reese led with a double-double. She's somebody you have to watch behind the scenes, because she'll do the things that when you're watching, but behind the scenes, I think that she can stir the pot. So I think Coach Witherspoon is pretty sharp, and I give her a lot of kudos, because in this league it's about winning and losing, but she realizes it's about a lot more than that. So let's move on to the second game that was played, and that was a really exciting game between Connecticut and the Liberty. I'd been looking forward to this all week. Connecticut was 9-0 when they came into this game, and the Liberty came into play, and it was on the Connecticut's home court. So Connecticut started out a little slow. They have a great defensive person in Thomas, who is really physical, and she plays against Stewart, and Stewart only had 2 points in the first half. So she does a great job. I can't say much more about that. I think the comment that the commentator made was that she lives for the physical play, and that's her style. Let's see, what he actually said was, it's her happy place. I love that, because I think it is her happy place. The more physical she can be, the more she can stop you or grab you, the better off she likes it. So it is her happy place, but she's a sharp player, is a team leader. Bonner I really like. She did a nice job for them. And they came back at the half. It was 39-39. In the first quarter, they were up by, Liberty was up by about 14 points. So, and then it went back and forth from there. And finally, it ended up being 80, let's see, it was 64-64 with 6 minutes left to go in the half, and then it ended up being a 78-74. So exciting game to watch. What I like about the Liberty is, and this is a team, and if you watch any of these players, when you are honed in to your skill, they don't get into what the referees are doing, what they're saying. They are just, they're focused as a team, and that's how you win, and that's how they got into the finals last year. So kudos to them and the great job that they did as a team. And that was a tough win for them, but it gave Connecticut its first loss. And Connecticut will definitely bounce back. They're one of the contenders with the Liberty. So that'll be a great matchup and continue to be a good game to always watch. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to Franny's Sports and Travel Corner, and invite all your friends. And I hope maybe you enjoy some of my insights. I just feel a sense that I am right on about some of the coaches and things that are happening. So hopefully gave you a little bit more insight into what I feel is going on for Chicago, but they'll bounce back. Okay, have a great day.